I'm Sharon King. I am an acute care neurology nurse practitioner at South Fulton Medical Center, working very closely with the teleneurologists for especially TPA candidacy. My relationship is that I work closely with the neurologist who's on call when I am there at the hospital. And should a stroke patient come in, there's a stroke alert that's called at the hospital. And what happens is that there's a series of very fast interaction between the hospital staff, emergency room, and getting in touch with the teleneurologist, who will then come on board with a RP7 presence robot. We actually had a CT of the head that showed an actual thrombus in the right middle cerebral artery, and after TPA it was gone. And in that time frame, when a physician, when a neurologist can be there as quickly as Dr. Wynn was, and any of the neurologists that would have been on call would have been, and be able to assess via the robot that person, when I go in today to examine them, virtually has no deficit, and they had a very large right MCA thrombus. And they do show a few signs of stroke on MRI, but this saved this person from disability. Because that's the whole point, is that we can give them timely care that changes the course of their life. And so in neurology we say time equals brain, and for TPA there is only a window of opportunity. So those of us in the trenches, such as the ER physicians and myself, we know the critical value of getting a hold of a neurologist who can come on board via robot and be there just as if he was there in person, and be able to give those directives, and we can feel comfortable that it's in the best interest of this patient, because every moment neurons, the cells in the brain, are dying when they're not getting their oxygen in a stroke case. So minutes mean life to these people. They are physicians that, first of all, I trust with experience, and I've worked with others that I have not. And you just know who you can count on to be able to help you make decisions and be an oversight. So for me, as long as I'm in this position, I don't look to working with anybody else.